You know, we always call Venus Earth's twin, right? Well, you should probably think of it more like our evil twin. It's kind of like a cautionary tale on a planetary scale. And just when we thought we had a handle on all its dangers, guess what? It turns out this hostile world has been hiding a brand new, pretty alarming secret.
And look, this isn't just some wild theory. A recent discovery has sent a literal warning shot to every space agency on the planet. All those dangers of Venus we thought were, well, predictable, yeah, that's all out the window now. So, the big question is, what did we find? And why does it change everything for the missions we have planned?
Okay, so before we dive into this new warning, let's just take a step back and remember why Venus is already considered, frankly, a total nightmare. I mean, what makes our planetary twin so uniquely awful? Well, the answer is an environment that is it's almost hard to believe.
Just look at these stats. We're talking about a surface that's so hot it can literally melt lead. The atmospheric pressure, it's like being a kilometer underwater. It would just crush you. And on top of all that, there are these corrosive clouds of sulfuric acid. It's a true hellscape. And the crazy part is, these were just the dangers we thought we knew.
You know, for decades, the thinking was, okay, we can engineer our way through these horrors. We can build tougher probes. But this new threat, it isn't about heat or pressure. It's about something you just can't plan for. Sheer unpredictability. The rules of the game have completely changed.
And you know what? This warning couldn't have come at a more critical time. Why? Because after decades of everyone being obsessed with Mars, humanity is finally turning its gaze back to Venus. There's a new space race heating up, and its finish line is right there on our hostile twin.
And check out the lineup. We've got NASA, the European Space Agency, and India's ISRO. They're all gearing up to go to Venus. But it's ISRO's mission, called Shukriyan, that finds itself right in the crosshairs of this new warning. And to really get why, we need to talk about what makes ISRO so special.
Right, so why is this warning such a big deal for India's mission in particular? Well, you have to understand what ISRO is all about. They are, without a doubt, the masters of doing amazing things in space on a shoestring budget.
Okay, get this number in your head. $74 million. That's all it costs for India's wildly successful Mars orbiter mission. Now, to put that into perspective for you, the Hollywood movie Gravity cost $100 million to make. Let that sink in. India went to another planet for less money than it took to make a movie about space. And that's not just a cool piece of trivia. It's at the very core of their philosophy. People call it the ISRO way. It's this whole culture built on being incredibly frugal, innovating everything themselves, and, this is the key part, a willingness to take calculated risks. But it's that last part, the calculated part, that's about to be put to the ultimate test.
See, while ISRO was busy perfecting this amazing low-cost model, a NASA probe was quietly making a discovery that was about to change everything we thought we knew about Venus.
So NASA's Parker Solar Probe was doing a flyby of Venus, right? And as it passed, it picked up something weird. A strange radio signal coming from the upper atmosphere. It was the first clue that the ionosphere, that's the electrically charged layer of air up there, was behaving in a way that absolutely no one saw coming. So what's actually going on here? Well, it's basically a direct assault from the sun. You see, here on Earth, we've got a magnetic field that acts like a shield. Venus? It has nothing like that. So the solar wind, these high-energy particles from the sun, just slams directly into its atmosphere. And that impact creates this wildly unstable, unpredictable environment. The very air that a spacecraft has to fly through is in total chaos.
And this is where it all comes together. This is the heart of the issue. You've got a space agency that has completely mastered the art of calculated risk, and now it's about to face a planet that has just become fundamentally, well, chaotic.
This really lays out the conflict perfectly, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the ISRO way, a model that's all about making smart, calculated risks. But how in the world do you calculate for an atmosphere that causes erratic drag on your spacecraft? How can your frugal engineering handle totally unpredictable thermal stress? How do you get the data you need when your communications could be disrupted at any moment? This is the massive question hanging over the Shukriyan mission. I mean, the ISRO way has already conquered the Moon and Mars, which is incredible. But Venus, with this newfound chaos, it's a whole different beast. This isn't just a test of their technology. It's a test of their entire philosophy. So, Where does all this leave us? Well, we're standing at a fascinating and, let's be honest, a kind of terrifying new frontier in how we explore our own solar system. And look, while ISRO's mission really throws this problem into sharp relief, this warning from NASA's Discovery, it affects everyone. The upcoming missions from NASA and the ESA are facing the exact same unpredictable dangers. It's like Venus is pushing back, forcing all of us to completely rethink how we explore these kinds of extreme worlds.
And really, that's the big takeaway here, isn't it? This quest to understand Venus is, in a way, a quest to understand our own planet's past, and maybe even its future. But as we reach for those answers, we're getting a stark reminder that the solar system is still full of surprises. And sometimes, those surprises are really, really dangerous.